Young Jay. Imagine me above the trees, the victim of pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. Imagine me above the trees, the victim of pure imagination. So sweet how I rise above the sky before your eyes. I can picture me telling my little bro that it's twisting time. Let's search your frantic till I find my lighter just in time to pass it out so he can fire up the super sticky, so we can start the process of getting super lifted. I highly doubt that we can help on me eye to eye. Right now, my reach, me being open skies, higher than the pants on earth, but that's my favorite line. And OG Cushion, hit do all my favorite kind. I gotta smoke daily, that's my form of therapy. Stress to kill a motherfucker, I can't let it murder me. They say what make you laugh, the same thing will make you cry, which make it hard to see, and I can't see me saying bye. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. Tuesday edition here, man. Trying to get some cash. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for being here, for wanting to learn. I have a lot of notes on these games. I could give you the pick, but I could also, it means different, like when you guys are interested in knowing why I want to take the pick and knowing the stats, knowing the spots. That's teaching you something for the long term. So everybody that's here, that's watching the show, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you appreciate the info, if you appreciate me staying up late at night and shit to do all this, please just hit the like button, man. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on today's show. We don't usually lose when we get 1,000 likes on the show, man. So if y'all can, it's just one small token. Y'all hit the like button if you can. One time for the one time. Let's take the books to Smack City. One time for the one time as well, my guys. Let's get this cash. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope y'all had a great day yesterday. Let's get straight to it. I'm not here to waste your time, my guys. If you can, just please, just that thumbs up button. One time for the one time. You can share the show as well. Let's get straight to it. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well, man. If you hadn't hit the like button, what the fuck are you doing, man? Let's go over here to the streets of Miami in this one. Heat getting 2.5 points at the house versus the Warriors in this one. Heat have not been the greatest road team at the house. We saw that Jimmy Butler didn't go through shoot around. It looks like he is going to play though. But even bigger than that, Triple J, Jaime Jaquez Jr. did sit out the last game. Be interesting to see if he comes back in this one. So injury implications on the Heat side. Looks like everybody will be in for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is listed as questionable in this game. I don't have a bet in this game, but I still have info on it. Obviously, the Warriors are only a half game up in that 10th seed right there, man. So the Rockets are on their ass. They've won 9 straight games. You look at the Warriors, this is the best against the spread team on the road. Number 1 in the NBA, 22-11 against the spread. This is a bounce back J spot as well. They did lose December 28th, 114-102 at the house. There was no Draymond, there was no Jimmy Butler in that game as well. For whatever reason, the Warriors have not been playing that well at the house this season. They've been playing their best basketball on the road, and it's vice versa for the it's really the same thing for the Heat as well. They have been playing great at the house as well. They're only 1-7 against the spread at the house as a home underdog. That's second worst in the NBA, and fourth worst in the NBA is just overall 13-21 against the spread at the house. For whatever reason, this is not where they play their best basketball. You got the Warriors 11-4 against the spread on the road as a road favorite. That's the 6th best in the NBA. And when you look at the Heat, they haven't covered back-to-back games. Obviously, they're coming off a big cover versus the Cavs. They haven't covered back-to-back games in 13 games, guys, for whatever reason. And one of those, you can kind of say that they still didn't even cover it because they covered the late line versus the Nuggets. They didn't cover the early line plus 5.5. Trust me, I fucking know. But Warriors, they haven't dropped 3 straight against the spread since January 10th, guys. That's 2.5 months. It's damn near 3 months since the Warriors have dropped 3 straight ATS spots. And obviously they're coming off back-to-back here. So if you're looking at the trends, if the trend is your friend, that would say to look towards the Warriors here. Now, I'll be honest with you. I can't trust them. Obviously, the way that the Heat play really sticky defense, the Warriors can't come out here with that BS in this game, man. Klay Thompson BSing around, Draymond BSing, like Steph would need to go crazy, 30, 35 points for 5 or 6 threes, but they are in desperation mode here. So, sorry, they even played a really nice game versus the
Wolves as well. Wolves just had a little bit too much for them, like for like the duration of that game. Warriors actually played a really good game, a really good first half as well. As the second half, they ended up getting them. I believe it was a tie game with like a few minutes left, and then they end up missing a few huge shots, and no, and Timberwolves got the job done. But you could see the sense of urgency for the Warriors here. The Heat have been somewhat of a disappointment this year, so it's a tough game. I'm not gonna lie. Like if the Heat won it, I wouldn't be surprised. If the Warriors won, I wouldn't be surprised. So it's a no bet for me. But if I had to play it, I would look towards the Warriors, like on the money line or even laying the points in this particular spot. It's just what the trends tell us, that this is a spot where the Warriors do well in this particular game, my guys. So lean Warriors there. I'm staying off the game. Let's go over to the streets of Milwaukee in this one. Bucks laying 9.5 points at the house versus the Lakers in this one. They did lose 122 to 123 on March 8th in LA. This is a revenge spot for the Bucks in this one. Bucks are starting to get healthier, man. They're getting better. They're getting healthier. I don't like the fact that what's the little fucker's name? Patrick Beverly is not playing this game because the Bucks defense, like they need everybody in there. The Bucks they're not the type of team they could afford to be having people out. Now, Beverly's not the best offensive player, but defensively, and just when it comes to getting into the skin of other teams, you need him out there. You need that intensity. He turns the team up. Now, I'm sure he's still going to be out there on the bench, but like you need him out there to make somebody uncomfortable, whether it's D'Lo, Dinwiddie, Austin Reeves. You need him out there, especially seeing that he has a vendetta versus the Lakers as well, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I like the Bucks in this spot, but I'm not laying the 9.5 with the Bucks here. I think this spread is going too far. It's actually probably to where there's some value on the Lakers here, especially with no Patrick Beverly in this one. But Bucks are 4-1 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games, 5-2 straight up and against the spread in their last 7. The Lakers have been getting really lucky. They've been playing every game at the house, guys. This is only their second. So 10 of their last 11 games have been at the house. They've had a super favorable schedule. Now it's going to get a little tougher. Now 8 of their last 11 games will be on the road. Now this 6-game road trip isn't tough, but this is probably the toughest game on the road trip. That's probably why LeBron's probably just kind of taking the cop out, like, oh, my ankle's hurt, I'm gonna sit this one out. I bet you he'll probably play the next game. I think they play the Nets or the Raptors or some shit like that. And so it's actually not too bad of a away trip, but I still would be surprised if the Lakers got tripped up in a few games in this one. I just feel like this is a Buck spot. Now, it would have been a lot better to get the -4.5, -5 on the opener with the Milwaukee Bucks. You kind of would have just had to know the spot. You kind of would have had to like the Bucks in this spot, to be to the point where it's like, all right, I'm taking this on the open. You see what I'm saying? Waiting now, and obviously with LeBron out, like you're getting like 5 points of value here. Like you've missed 5 points of value here. Now, Bucks could still win this game by double digits. Like I say, I don't like to see that Patrick Beverly is out in this game. Bucks can't afford to have anybody out. They already don't have a super deep bench, but this is a Bucks spot for me. It's Bucks or nothing for me here. I know the Lakers have been playing well, but they've been getting super lucky with their schedule and at the house. Now they're heading like to the central, I believe what was central time zone. Let me see here. Where is Milwaukee? Yeah, so central time zone here, but still leaving LA. They're going cross country here with only 1 day of rest. This is a Buck spot for me here, but like I say, it's going so far now to where it's a no play for me on the Bucks on the 9.5, but I would still lean their way. Let's go over to the streets of New Orleans in this one. Pelicans getting a point at the house versus the Thunder. Really intriguing game, guys. Really great game to watch. Just me as what I would like to happen here. I'd like SGA to go for a 50-point triple-double here. He's starting to lose the MVP race. The last game, he only had 12 points. It almost seems like he might even be a little banged up or either running out of gas. You see what I'm saying? So I'm still hoping, gotta feel like there's an outside chance SGA could win the MVP, but it's slipping away from him. And like they would definitely need to win this game. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I had to bet aside, like taking my bias out of it, if I had to bet aside, I'd lean towards the Pelicans here, plus the 1. This is a revenge game J spot as well. Now the Pelicans do come back home off of a 4-game road trip. Obviously, that's not the best of spots, but they've been mowing down who's ever in front of them. You see what I'm saying? They are 4-2 with Zion facing up against the Thunder. Like Zion is an absolute horrible matchup for the Thunder. Obviously, without Chet Holmgren, other than him, they don't really have a ton of paint protection out there. And Zion would dunk on Chet Holmgren as well, but he's absolutely owned this team. He's had 30, he's averaged 23.8 points, 7.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists. I think Zion over his PRA tonight is a really good look, even though it is the first game back at the house. But they lost 107-83 at the house on January 26th. They've lost 3 of the last 4 matchups as well. And all those matchups that Zion didn't play in as well, that they've lost 3 or 4. He didn't play in the one that they played January 26th as well. New Orleans is 5-1 and 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games, 7-3 against the spread. You look at the Thunder, they have not been covering spreads. Now, it's different with this one because they just need to win the game, but Thunder are 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games, guys. So unfortunately, SGA is really slowing down, but they need the number 1 spot if SGA wants to have a chance at winning the MVP. So, like, I'm going to stay off this game. I want the Thunder to win. I want SGA to go for a fucking 35, 40-point triple-double. He just seems like he's really slowing down, man. But if I had a best play in this game, it would probably be Zion over his PRA. Guys in the chat, let me know what Zion's PRA is in the chat. My guy says Zion double-double. I can't talk you off there. Just real quick, y'all let me know what Zion's PRA is in this game. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, he's slipping hard, but it's still not over though. I'm on under 56.5 first quarter. SGA under. Zion rebounds over. I'm not gonna talk you off. Y'all let me know, man. Come on, man. We ain't talking about no Diddy, man. It's all positive vibes here. It's all about betting. It's all about making some money here. I don't give a damn about what's going on with Cuz over there. Thunder rise up spot total gamble on this game. Y'all let me know what's Zion's PRA because I think it's a really good look in this game, my guys. And the under has been smashed as well. It's come down from 3 points. Zion PRA is at 38.5. Let me see here. So let me see 30. All right, so they got it kind of high. They know that they know that BI is out, so they bump it up a few points for Zion there, but I'd still lean that way. My guy said without BI they have no chance. I disagree. I think Zion is a nightmare matchup for the Thunder here. Absolute nightmare matchup, and they still got guys to throw at SGA. Herb Jones, Trey Murphy. You know what I'm saying? You got they got a great bench as well. I think that they have the better bench. Don't be surprised if the Pelicans come out here and surprise some people here. You see what I'm saying? But it's a tough game for me because I know that the Thunder are coming off their worst loss of the season, losing by 25 points. But like the Pelicans can match up really well with the Thunder, guys. To be perfectly honest with you, mainly it's Zion. If Zion was out in this game, I'd lay 5 points with the Thunder easily. But he's not. Was right now he's still in. I think Zion goes crazy in this game. I'd still lean over his 38.5 PRA, my guys. And if I had to bet it, it's Pelicans or them, but I am rooting for the Thunder to win this game. I need them to get the number 1 seed, guys. Let's head over here to the streets of Sacramento in this one. And once again, I appreciate you guys for being here, wanting to learn, listening to everything that I had to say about this game. I was looking at this game looking at this game for a while last night, man. And I'm not lying to you. Kings are laying 1 here. Mavs getting the point here on the road. This is a Mavs game. We're not even going to mention the Kings. The Kings can ball, and they've been playing some really good defense. I believe like the second best defensive rating over the last 5 or 6 games over the last couple of weeks. Kings have been playing really good defense, I will admit. They have a really good home crowd. The Kings like ball out at the house. This is a horrible spot for the Kings, man. Now, I will say both times they already beat the Mavs twice already this season, guys. Both times they caught the Mavs on a back-to-back, but it was a road home back-to-back as well. You see what I'm saying? So this is a road back-to-back, but it's not the same because the Mavs just had 3 days off. And you could even see that Luka was rusty last night. He was missing threes. I think he went like what? Let me just get the numbers. So Luka only went 2 of 11 from 3 last night. He had 29-point triple-double, but it was a bad night. 10 of 24 from the floor, 2 of 11 from 3. I don't know why the fuck he played 41 minutes. He probably shouldn't have done that, but they still had 3 days off before that. So last night in the first half, there was like a knock the rust spot off for the Mavs in this one. They got double revenge. This has huge playoff implications as well. But the Mavs are the top spot of the day. This is a bounce back revenge game J spot here versus the Kings for the Mavs in this one. Double revenge spot, lost both home games. So you know what they need to do? They need to steal both of these road games versus Sacramento, and I can see it happening like that as well. Back to back, 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th game in 6 nights, 5th game in 7 nights for the Sacramento Kings here. Kings are only 4-8 against the spread on a back to back, whereas the Mavs, they're second best team in the NBA, 8-3 against the spread on a back-to-back. And like I say, a couple of those were versus, two of those were versus the Kings as well at the house. But we can kind of throw that shit out. This is when Grant Williams was out there. First off, one of those games without Kyrie. And then those were the games. This was before, this was pre-Gafford and this was pre-Gafford and PJ Washington. So now the Mavs have a lot more, they have a lot more versatility. They have a lot more size. Gafford is starting now, so you can throw Gafford versus Sabonis, then Lively coming off the bench as well. I think they got the size advantage here. Look at this shit as well, man. So I'm gonna break it down both ways. Now, no matter whether these guys took a jet or they took a regular flight, this is a horrible spot for the Kings. So let's just go at first on the, like, if they took a jet with all of these miles, 2,200 miles, 2,201 miles from Sacramento to Toronto. Then they had to go 345 miles from Toronto to DC. Then 757 miles from DC to Orlando. Then 2,416 miles from Orlando back to Sacramento. This is if this was on a jet. Now, regular flight, which probably every one of the flights wasn't just a jet, but it could have been. But that's still 5,719 miles in a span of 5 or 6 days if they went on a jet. If it was a regular flight, 2,582 miles from Sacramento to Toronto, 476 miles from Toronto to DC, 847 miles from DC to Orlando, and then 2,890 miles from Orlando to Sacramento. These guys have been going all over the fucking place. Sacramento, Toronto, Washington, D.C., down to Orlando, then back home, and they get an important win versus the Sixers last night. But I just feel like this is a horrible spot. These guys have traveled from anywhere from 5,700 to 6,800 miles, guys, in the span of 5 or 6 days. This is a huge game for seeding purposes as well. Mavs sit at the 7th seed. Sacramento sits at the 6th seed. They're 0-2 versus the Kings this season, but both of them was on the back-to-back. They haven't faced this version of the Mavs. This is a big spot for the Mavs here, guys. Nothing's guaranteed, but I like the Mavs here plus the 1. I think that they probably close as the favorite in this one. I like the Mavs in this spot, back-to-back, third game in 4 nights, fourth game in 6 nights, fifth game in 7 nights, all for the Kings with a ton of travel in there as well. I got to take the Mavs in this spot. It is what it is, man. It's what I got to do. This is a spot play right here, and it's a double revenge spot. I like the Mavs in this particular game. Let's just hope that nobody pops up on the injury report in this game, my guys. So once again, everybody that's in the chat, I appreciate y'all. If you can, hit the like button, man. Let's get 1,000 likes. When we get 1,000 likes on the show, we cash it like at least a 75% clip, my guys. So Mavs plus the 1, top spot of the day. I did like the Bucks on the opening number. I'd still lean their way 9.5. You just got to understand that you're missing 5 points of value, my guys. So if I was to play every game, Mavs top play. After that would be Bucks, land the points with the Bucks. After that, it would be Zion PRA over, and then I would lean towards the Warriors as well. I'm not betting the Warriors game. It's just all the stats, all the trends tell us that this is a Warrior spot, man. It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. To everybody that's like watching the full show, watching like why we take these plays, why we you know what I'm saying, explaining the spots. It's teaching you guys how to fish for the long term, man. So it's easy just to come and just to go and look somewhere. Oh, what is the guy playing? It means even more knowing why they're on there. Maybe it could teach you something for a spot down the road. You see what I'm saying? So to everybody that wants to be smart, that wants to learn, shout out to you, man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the channel as a member, man. Let's go to Smack City one time for the one time. That's the Dallas background in the background, man. It's all love. I hope everybody has a great day. Whatever you guys are betting, I hope you guys get some cash. If you got some inside info on some players not giving a damn, let me know about it. It's all love. Let's get this cash, baby. J Money is money. NBA Talk with Jay. Let's fucking cash, baby. We will win, my guys. It's all positive vibes. Type we will win in the chat. Let's fucking go, my guys. We're cashing tomorrow, too.